Kiss.
Bryan Cranston, how are you?
I'm good, Maurie. How are you?
I am very good. Oh my God, I adore you.
Thank you.
You're so amazing. And the funny thing is, I've heard from so many people, you're just such a nice guy.
Shut up.
This movie was fantastic. But you want to know the one thing out of Trumbo that I was just dying to ask you? With all the writing in the bathtub, how did you not turn into a prune?
I got pruny fingers shooting it, that's for sure. Dalton Trumbo did write in the bathtub, and it was a crazy notion that, well, I have to take a bath, so I might as well write in the bathtub too, because I don't want to waste time. That's the way he thought of things. He was a prolific writer, to a fault. He never stopped writing. He wrote about everything and anything that attracted. He would write letters to the Department of Water and Power, to the school district. He would cause trouble. He was a contrarian in many ways. Anything that he felt was not being done to its best, he would write a letter about it.
Sounds like me. Now, yeah, the funny thing is when you look at some of the roles you've done recently, you play a liar a lot of the time. Breaking Bad, you're lying to your family. In this, you're lying to Hollywood. You love being a liar.
Hey, now. You know, liars make interesting characters. They do. And I think there's a certain amount of liar in all of us, in a sense. You know, so we might have a little tiny... you don't want to tell someone why you were really late, so you go, well, I had trouble finding a parking space. You know, it's sometimes just easier to say that than to go into the story that has to come after a telling the truth.
Honey, I just called you honey.
Thank you, Maurie.
Honey, I lie all the time. I understand what you're saying.
Yes, exactly.
It's easier just to do that.
Yeah, you know, I was listening. I was listening.
Do you love being famous? Do you love the perks of being famous? I look at, celebrities and stuff, and it looks like this glamorous lifestyle. Do you love that?
No, I don't like it at all.
Why is that?
Because it's not real. It's built on this pedestal of innuendo and rumor and what's someone wearing and how they look, and they've lost weight. Oh, I think they've gained weight, and oh, look at you must be silly. Look at the bags under his eye. Did she get some work done? I think she got her tits done. I think it's all about a gossip mongering and that sort of thing. It's something that I don't really appreciate. On the other hand, the fame has certainly allowed me to do a film like Trumbo. And so if you want this, you have to take that. You have to endure the other. But it's not something I seek. I'm almost always wearing a hat and glasses, and it's changed my personality when I walk down the street.
Like Heisenberg.
Yeah, when I see people coming that I think would recognize me, I drop my head, or I look into a store window and pretend I'm looking at something until they pass. And I go into a restaurant, I take the worst seat. The one facing the wall. That's the one I take.
Fantastic. Last couple of questions for you. Can we please talk about your seductive voice? You have one of the sexiest voices.
I do?
It is. There's like people in the room going, it's true. Honestly, your voice is incredible.
Is it really?
It's so sexy.
Oh, my.
Have you ever used it to your advantage?
Well, back when I was a kid, just coming into my own sexual awareness, there was a singer named Barry White, and Barry would just, oh baby. There were probably a lot of sex going on. There was a lot of sex going on when Barry was singing, and I don't know. I don't know. This is just my normal voice. I think it's raspy and hoarse. You say it's sexy, and I'll accept that.
I'm enjoying it.
All right, good.
Last question for you. One quick Breaking Bad question. First of all, my fiancé Matthew and I loved that show. It's so incredible. You were amazing.
Thank you.
The one thing I always wanted to ask you is, it's remarkable. Did you ever think, look at all these, you could make so much money selling drugs. How are not more people doing this?
Because, making meth? Shame on you, Maurie. It's a horrible drug. It's horrible, and it's very difficult to make. The DEA chemists taught us how to make it, the step-by-step of how to do it. Because we felt that we needed to know how to make it so that we can then deconstruct that.
Yeah.
And so it wouldn't become a how-to video every time we showed it. So we purposefully left steps out and showed it out of sequence and things like that. But it's very volatile.
Yeah.
Socially as well as literally volatile, and that's why people blow themselves up.
Fair, yes.
Yeah.
I lived in an apartment building where there were 2 of those labs.
Really?
Yeah, and then we decided to move.
Wow.
Now, are you going to do Better Call Saul?
You know, I would definitely do Better Call Saul if Vince Gilligan said, "We'd love to have you on the show." My bags would be packed and I'd be in Albuquerque,
We
New
want
Mexico.
this.
Do you? Okay.
Yes, we want
But it has
this.
to be legitimate, though. Maury, you don't want like, oh gosh, there he is, you know, and for some odd reason just to put him in. It's like, but if it had some kind of legitimacy to the story of Saul Goodman, then that's what would happen.
Okay, Bryan Cranston, what is your favorite movie quote of all time?
I could have been somebody. I could have been a contender. Instead of a bum with a one-way ticket to Palookaville.
Yes! Trumbo, honestly, one of my favorite movies of this festival.
Thank you.
You made this movie. Congratulations. It is so incredible.
Thanks, Maury.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kiss.